Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Jabronis United. We are live today for your 4th of July festivities because we know there's going to be a lot of wrestling going on this weekend, what with WWE's Money in the Bank on Saturday and then NXT Heatwave on Sunday. Yikes, I'm going to need a lot of burgers and drinks for this, but I will not be doing it alone. By the way, I am your host, the Realer Deal, Ryan O'Regan. And with me, as usual, is the sniper, Kyle Krieger. And reporting to us without a camera seems to be Davion Bussy. By the way,
yo, what's up?
All right,
yo, what's up, everyone?
Yes,
Hello,
how are
everyone.
you both? How you both doing? You all ready for this 4th of July?
Hanging in there.
Same here.
Need burger.
A lot of confidence.
Near beer.
Need burgers.
Okay.
Maybe.
You will get your
Beers.
burgers, you will get your beer. You will get it all, I promise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, we usually go ahead and go live, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, even Instagram. If you go ahead, follow us at Jabronis United. It's pretty much right there in the title. And we usually do the lives for our predictions so that this way you, the viewer, can go ahead and participate yourself. So if you want to go ahead, follow us on any of those platforms, come on into the rooms, and let us know your predictions as we go through these matches. Now, guys, since it is 2 pay-per-view or premium live events, we do have about 11 matches on the card, and we're going to try to do it in an hour properly. So, guys, without further delay, what? Davion, are you in your car? Jesus Christ. All right. At least Kyle has it set up. But, guys, let us get into it, and we'll try to do it properly throughout the weekend. So we will start with Money in the Bank as it's going to go down. We got 5 matches for that. We will be leaving the actual Money in the Bank matches to last. But first and foremost, let's go ahead with Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
You want me to go first?
Absolutely, because
like.
I am torn on this. I surely am.
I feel as though it's going to be a DQ.
Really?
I think Sammy will retain, but by a DQ.
I don't know if it's going to be like that. Like, I
It
can
makes
understand what
sense.
you're saying because as we've seen, like Braun has
Because it makes sense.
rough shot. Yeah, Braun's been rough shotting all over Raw, so it wouldn't surprise me if he does something out of hand, and then all of a sudden the scrap iron general manager has to come in, rectify, and just like call the match. But
Yeah.
Because I think because it's too early. It's too early for Braun to win the belt.
A main title, sure. But I think the IC title is definitely one that I think that they will put on him because Chad Gable will I think Gable will come in and cause Zayn to lose in addition to Breaker just being dominant. But think of it, it's probably good. No, that's a spam message. Let's not show that.
Come on, people. We want real predictions. Come on.
Yeah, that one's spam. So, yeah, unfortunately, I can't. Yeah, we need to moderate that one on Twitch. But beside the point, I think Breaker's gonna win. It's like he's been just running roughshod on everyone around him. So, I think they're going to put the belt on him to give it some more weight, while Zayn will then feud more with Chad Gable for a bit. But while Breaker will be running roughshod, Gable will be the one to stop Sammy's comeback for the win.
I disagree. I'm sorry. Because they still want to continue with the storyline. And it makes sense to have Braun Breaker lose by a DQ because it's not really losing. And number two, the control in a way where you could do this in many other ways. You could make him like destroy Sammy and continue destroying him, and he lose by disqualification because the ref tried to stop it and the ref couldn't. He doesn't win the title. So that could leave us to a three-way match between Braun and Gable versus Sammy. And I could see Braun winning that in that way. So there's no strings attached. So Gable didn't win and Sammy didn't win.
You both bring up good points. Here's my thinking, and I'm thinking this long term for the entirety of Money in the Bank. The next event WWE has, whether it be NXT or otherwise, is going to be SummerSlam. It is going to be one of the big four, big five, if you count Money in the Bank, or one of the other ones to a certain extent. I think actually Clash Castle is probably a good bet for that. But the thing is, I feel like after Clash at the Castle, Money in the Bank doesn't necessarily hold the weight that it used to. So I kind of feel like Money in the Bank is going to be one of those like hopscotch events where it's like, yeah, you have something for July, but then you need the time to work up SummerSlam because this is like only what 2, maybe 3 weeks at most since the last one. Whereas leading up to SummerSlam, you're going to have at least a good month. So I think it makes more sense for Sammy to retain the belt, and then come SummerSlam, then you get the burn match. Then you get the one where Braun can really go ahead and go roughshod because more than likely, if Davion is correct, there will be a follow-up match and it will be no holds barred. That this way Braun gets to do whatever the hell he wants to. So I'm inclined to stick with Sammy on this. Besides, Sammy just got over the whole Chad Gable thing. I think that storyline is pretty much wrapped up for the moment.
It is.
You're not going to throw in Braun for one match.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Braun's gonna win it. They're gonna have a rematch, pure and simple.
Oh yeah.
So, and Gable's gonna interfere on both of them. So it's like I said, I don't think the Gable feud is fully over yet. His feud for the title is over, but I don't think Gable will be. I think Gable will still get involved with Sami Zayn, even if he's not the one going for the title.
Right, but as of right now, Gable does have bigger fish to fry between him going on with Jey Uso, the Wyatt Six. He's got enough on his plate at the moment. So I think Sammy is the furthest from his mind. And that's not good. It's going to be a non-factor in this match. Besides, I think after as much as Shorty G has been getting mollywopped by the Wyatt Six, maybe he should stick away from Braun Breaker because he's one man and he can do probably all that.
He's dead.
Yes. So yeah, I'm going Sammy on this one. So that's 2 for Sammy, 1 for Braun.
You're right. Yep.
And of course, Kyle is putting everything into the handy dandy spreadsheet, which we will try to get to at the end of the show. And if you want yours added in, just like I said, go ahead, give us your predictions, whether in the chat or even after the live show, and he will make sure that you are added to the roster just to see if you are smarter, Mark, than we are. So going on to the next match, we have the 3-on-3 match between Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton, otherwise known as RKO with the KO on the shirt like that, against 3 of the 4 members of the Bloodline 2.0, because they're going to be honest about it and they're going to keep the 4th guy away.
Yeah.
It's got to be Bloodline, right?
Yeah. I'm leaning towards Bloodline. They have, right now their storyline has the momentum going, but then again, it could be they could end up losing, which could signify Reigns' return and vying for control again.
But do you do that this soon, or do you do that at SummerSlam and then have Reigns come out after the match,
If I
or
was
even during
booking
the
it,
match?
if I was booking it, I would do it later on at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
However, I haven't been getting too many picks correct lately, so I'm going to be going against my best judgment. So,
What are you saying? Are you saying there's a hierarchy of winners here?
well, no, we're still all very close, but I'm not dominating like I did last year. But yeah, so it's like it's like I've been a lot of like what I thought were sure things have not been. So while this feels like a sure thing, I do doubt myself a little bit. I'm still gonna go with Bloodline, but
No,
uh,
I get it. I get it. But I mean, they've been dominant Friday after Friday after Friday, especially after the last couple of weeks with the addition of Jacob Fatu, who I imagine might be the guy on the outside at this point, because I think Solo Sikoa just has had more time with the Tongas, especially making the one his like right hand man. Uh,
mhm.
Dave, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be Bloodline 2.0, or do you think the White Boys have a chance?
That's funny how you say white boys have a chance.
Well, I mean, look at the card. Look at what it is. I mean, I'm not wrong in saying that. Look, I know the black community has claimed Cody Rhodes to some extent. However, this is apples and oranges.
all right. So to be honest with you, I do think Orton, Cody, and KO will win with the assist of a certain somebody that's been out.
Are you also thinking Roman's going to get involved at this point, or are you
Not
thinking someone else?
Roman, someone else. Jimmy.
Little Jimmy.
Not little Jimmy. Jimmy Uso.
But why Jimmy and not Roman?
Because it makes sense. Jimmy, because what happened a couple of months back where he got attacked by whoever out of that new Bloodline 2.0 to get revenge and the even
Yeah, who
odds.
was it? Was it Tonga Loa or was it Tama Tonga? Who was the first one that did?
Who was the first one that got introduced?
I think it was Tama Tonga,
It
wasn't
was
it?
Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
So it will be yeah, Tomatonga attacked Jimmy. So why not have Jimmy intervene and start causing chaos and interfering, causing Cody and his team to win?
Yeah, fair. I guess if you were going to bring back,
Well,
it would be Jimmy who was the most recently affected.
well, let's see. There's Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, in addition to Jacob Fatu, who Fatu just
Right.
got was the newest addition, who basically
2 weeks ago.
yeah. So, it could be the return of the Usos together.
No, Jay's going to be too busy at Money in the Bank.
Well,
I agree. So it has to
when
just
is
be
this match
Jimmy.
on the card? When does this match on the card? That's in that case. When's this match on the card?
I mean, my guess is that this might happen either right before, the title match between Priest and Rollins, or it may happen before the Money in the Bank match on the men's side. I feel like either the championship match or the men's match are going to be the ones to close the night. So what do you say?
I'm still saying Bloodline.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Bloodline too. The numbers game is just too much of a factor, and I feel like if anyone's going to come back and from Bloodline 1.0 and disrupt anything, they're gonna wait for Paulie to be healed up. Paul's gonna be the one to bring them in, because this is the proper Bloodline. This is who I acknowledge.
Well, the wise men did get sent through a table.
And he just looked awful. Like Well, whoever is doing hair and makeup over at WWE, bravo, because you made Paul Heyman just look atrocious.
Apparently, he actually did. Stay up far later than he normally does to get that look.
Now, see, that's method.
No. Well, all the respect in the world to Paul Heyman. It's like
Yeah.
whether or not I agree with him in storyline wise, I have the utmost respect for the guy and his dedication to the craft. He is straight up there in terms of overall managers with Heenan, with Jimmy Hart, etc. So no, he is on a Mount. He should be on a Mount Rushmore of managers.
Absolutely. And mind you, this is just like a couple of months shy of being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when you get inducted into the Hall of Fame, you're like, okay, I can take it easy for now. I can lay back a little bit.
Technically he is. He's out for a little bit, so
I don't mean laid back in a stretcher. I mean just relaxing. But yeah, no, I'm definitely going I'm going 2.0 for now. Because I feel like something's got to give at SummerSlam. And more than likely, it probably makes more sense for something to happen with the Rhodes, Orton, Owens team for them to be disassembled somehow, so that this way Cody can defend the belt at SummerSlam.
Exactly. It while Money in the Bank is I wouldn't say it's a minor show. It's not one of the big four, but it's one of the more prestigious non-Big Four shows, and nothing is really on the line.
Not as much. Well, we'll get
you know what?
No belts.
I'm going to change my decision.
You're going to
I'm pretty much going to. I'm going to go 2.0 only because there's going to be some type of interference, like Jay interfered and accidentally distract Cody or one of them. Like KO or down.
You're still saying he has shenanigans regardless.
Correct.
Bloodline?
Okay. All right. So we got a 3-peat for Bloodline there. Next match, the title match. Damian Priest, the champion, for defending against Seth freaking Rollins. And mind you, there is a stipulation to this match, which maybe some people haven't gleamed onto. This is a last chance match, meaning if Damian Priest retains the belt, Seth Rollins cannot compete for the belt as long as Damian is champion. Now, inversely, it has also been stated that if Seth Rollins wins the WWE Championship, Damian's out of Judgment Day. Now, given that fact, I want to see either one. I'm happy with either result. I really am. So, guys, try to convince me.
I think it's going to be Priest. Yeah. I don't think they're going to have Priest lose this one.
All right.
It's like Rollins had the title for I think over a year, and you know what? Like you had Priest with the title. This is he's defending it, not against McIntyre, because McIntyre's attention is elsewhere. I think he's going to beat Rollins, and that will set up Rollins' storylines going forward for a little bit. So he's going to get involved with Priest just to piss him off, but I think Priest is going to win this one, whether it be by DQ, whether it be legitimately. Overall, I think it's going to be a DQ win. This one will be the DQ win instead of Zayn versus Breaker.
Okay.
No, I think it's going to be another DQ match, but not a DQ, but more interference shenanigans in a way where, what's the best way to put it? That it's going to basically have Priest win. So okay, I don't think.
So you are saying Priest winning too?
Yeah, I say Priest winning by shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Hey,
Farva, what's that restaurant with all the tacky shit on the wall? Oh, you mean shenanigans?
Yeah, shenanigans.
Oh.
See, I don't necessarily hate Davion's idea about this because there's been the underlying stories that we've been seeing here as far as the bloodline is concerned.
What about
And
taking over shenanigans?
well, I mean, simply about Damian Priest's hold over the Judgment Day, pretty much being the de facto leader, and that control kind of being taken away by Jersey's own Liv Morgan. Because let's face it, I do believe Carlito, JD, and Finn Balor, they are all on Team Liv. I think it's only Dominic and Damian that is not. But
But that's why I don't think he's going to lose just yet. They're not going to break it up completely yet. It's going to be setting the stage for it, though.
No, but here's the thing. If you have Priest win by a disqualification or by interference because of something that the Judgment Day does, you can end up with both results. Damian wins, which means Seth Rollins can't fight for the belt, so someone else has to go ahead and do it, which means we might finally get Damian Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam, and Seth Rollins can go off and do something else. And once again, because they had to get involved, Priest is just so sick and tired of how the Judgment Day has been acting, he leaves voluntarily, leaving Dom all to his lonesome as far as defending Mommy's house in the Judgment Day. Damian finally gets to be a solo act and really prove to everyone that he does not need the Judgment Day to be a champion.
Facts. Or Damian Priest remains leader. Then Balor leaves. Even though they're tag. No, listen to me. And that introduces and brings out the demon.
No.
Because you're not going to bring.
We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if you're going to necessarily do Demon Balor.
Not right away. Not right away. Slowly. It slowly comes out. Like, not come out automatically, but slowly. Like, in a way where I'm saying, like, okay, Damian Priest retains this belt. And it leads up to SummerSlam for Priest to face Balor, but the Demon Balor at SummerSlam.
That's a possibility. I mean, but I also would say it makes more sense for Damian to leave Judgment Day, and then that way you have been trying to claim the belt back for Judgment
No,
Day.
it doesn't make sense, because if you're going to bring the Demon back, it doesn't make sense to have Finn Balor back with Judgment Day or leading Judgment Day at all.
By the way, who's whispering or who's
That's Kyle.
That's
Kyle.
me. It's because the demon's going to come out eventually.
Yeah. But I say I say SummerSlam. I say SummerSlam because it's being advertised and it's the perfect time for the demon to come back.
Okay, but here's the thing. Let's get the brass tacks. Do any of us think Rollins is winning this?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right, so then we're all Team Damian. All right, let's get through these because we're coming up on the half hour and we still got all the matches for Heatwave to take care of. Which again, by the way, and put special license to see Tyler in the chat now. Go ahead, give us your predictions for both Money in the Bank and Heatwave, or you can just do 1 and 1, whichever one you think you're going to watch more. Don't forget, Money in the Bank is on Saturday, Heatwave is on Sunday. So make sure that tomorrow and Friday you get all your drinking in, so this way you're not completely hungover to watch. Now, moving on to the actual matches that give us the name Money in the Bank. We do have the women's Money in the Bank match, which we have the 6-way of Io Sky, Laya Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, Zoe Stark, and my personal pick, Chelsea Green. Because I would love to see her just walking around with that damn briefcase. I would love it.
Remember what happened to Zack Ryder?
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh,
That would be
Yeah, but-
an interesting way of going about. Even though it wasn't Money in the Bank, he did win the ladder match for a title and then lost it within 24 hours.
yes, he did.
Mhm.
Yes, he did. And mind you, while Chelsea is pretty much the comedy act in this, considering we have seen her, working against championships with Bailey over there on SmackDown, she really does seem to have like the most viable story outside of maybe Io Sky of going up against the champion. I mean, between her and Piper Niven, I think they could really get it done against Bailey. But then there is also Io and the fact that I don't know if Damage Control survives if Io doesn't win.
Isn't like half of Damage Control still hurt? Because I know Asuka's hurt.
Asuka's hurt. Obviously, Dakota Kai, I think, may still be on the injured list. If she got off, she got back on real quick. And then it's pretty much just Kyrie and Io.
Yeah.
But they've been really showing Io just like losing her damn mind over all this. Like ever since she lost the belt, Damage Control has just been on the downturn.
Which is a shame because
Facts alive. Facts alive.
damn talented squad.
Yeah.
They are. But that's what happens with the injury bug. It was different when Dakota Kai was the only one, and you still had Bailey, Asuka, and Kyrie and Io.
Okay.
Then Bailey was on the outs, and then you still had enough people to do it. Now you may be at like 50% or less of the group.
Pretty much.
Facts alive. Excellent. Excellent.
They. I hate the
I'm,
singing.
I'm sorry.
Who do you choose in any of this?
I'm going to go with my gut.
Okay.
And my gut says Lyra Valkyrie for the win.
Okay, you're going with the Irish. I can respect
Yes.
that.
Going with the
Why
Irish. Lyra.
Lyra Valkyrie. Okay.
She's a viable. She's hungry. And not only that, I really think it will be interesting. It's pretty much a makeup for her losing the Queen of the Ring. Because remember, Nia won the Queen of the Ring, so she could challenge anybody for the title.
So it's essentially 2 Money in the Banks, kinda.
Yeah.
And both of them aimed at Liv Morgan more than likely.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ooh,
No, that's an
not good for
interesting
Liv.
way of going about it. This one's a tough one. This one's a legit tough one. It's like I'm stuck between Valkyria, Stark, and Naomi. I think are the 3 that that have the best chance. Or do I go with Tiffany? This one really can go so many different directions.
I know, that's what I love about these.
Yeah. This one's a tough one. So, but
There is always the possibility that all of our picks, none of them work.
Oh yeah, of course. Personally, I would love for it to be Io Sky if I was booking it, but because it's like, okay, she should win it, but then during her attempt at capturing it, she gets betrayed by Kairi Sane.
Oh, okay. So really,
I think, but that's if I was booking it, and we see how good I've been at it lately. So,
do we play the Jeopardy?
You know what? Screw it. Let's go Io Sky. I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it.
All right. So you're going
if not Sky, we'll just say Naomi. If not Sky.
Oh, okay. So you're doing like even a backup.
I'm just doing a backup just for my own sanity, not officially. Officially, it's going to be Sky.
All right. So you're going Io. Davion is going Lyra Valkyria. And I'm going with the obvious choice, Chelsea Green. I will laugh if and when Chelsea wins. I will.
All
I
right,
will. I will
perfectly
chuckle
fine.
my ass off.
Hey, if Chelsea Green wins, that'd be great. And then
It
she
would
loses it the next day.
Yeah, I totally agree with Kyle on that one. If she wins, congratulations.
And that's just me. That's just me.
You
Now
know, you just played.
this one seems a little bit more difficult because now we have the men's Money in the Bank, which is essentially LA Knight. Yeah. Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Jey Uso, and Chad Gable. Now, I think a lot of people would probably figure that Jey Uso is the odds-on favorite simply because he has been the one that they've really been promoting for this match. Even gets his
Sadly.
own poster with like "Yeet in the Bank" on the front.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case.
It will be the safe bet. It will be a safe bet because reason why I'm going with Jey Uso is the safest bet, number one, and number two,
He is the safe bet. He is the money.
he's
The money
he's
line.
where the money is. If he doesn't win, you will hear a lot of boos and a lot of walking outs. So I'm going with Jay.
Really, you think he's that galvanizing at this point?
At this moment, he's on a high. The momentum is there. He gotta win.
Is he feuding with anyone at the moment?
No.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
I mean, the last we saw, it was pretty much him versus Gable, and that was just last night on Raw.
Yeah.
But
Personally,
as far as like
yeah. Personally, I want Gable to win because that would be a nice little step in the right direction for him, and it would be an interesting way of going about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think McIntyre's going to win. He and CM Punk are going to be interfering with each other the entire damn time.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight could probably be a viable pick. I don't think Hayes or Andrade are gonna win it unless they really want to throw a curveball in there. But money lines on Uso with I think Gable and Knight being the potential underdog upsets. But nah, yeah, I'm sticking with Uso as well.
I do not know. I don't. I really don't. Because I feel like
well, your ass better call somebody.
Fair. But see, in my mind, the Money in the Bank match has always really been the catalyst to help pursue the big jump for somebody. You know, I know it's been used by people in the past who really didn't need it, Brock Lesnar. But I do believe that Money in the Bank is that thing that really helps catapult someone. And to be honest, my personal favorite would be Carmelo Hayes. I would really want to see Melo finally get on track when he's been off track since coming up to the main roster. We are talking about a man who single-handedly, with his championship run and his storyline with Trick Williams, helped make NXT the brand that it is now and not NXT 2.0 like it was. So I would really love to see Carmelo have it and be able to be that guy who could like really have like the pomp and circumstance, the overblown machismo and attitude to really drag that briefcase along every single week. But
Imagine
yeah.
Chad Gable. Imagine Chad Gable winning and having the Wyatt Six constantly hounding him while he
That's
basically
the thing.
he holds onto it with like a safety blanket.
That's the thing.
So it's swinging
See,
it around,
Chad.
trying to hit the shadows.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chad has a lot of people that's gunning for him. You got Sami Zayn, then you got your own team who is Alpha Cat. Not is it Alpha Academy? Yeah, Alpha. No,
Yeah.
not Alpha. Yeah,
There
Alpha
is Alpha
Academy.
Academy involved.
Yeah, it is Alpha Academy.
Then
Yeah,
your
there.
own people, and then on top of that, you have Sami Zayn. So he got too much going on with him.
He does.
Andrade,
Chad's not doing it.
I don't see Andrade doing it. Like maybe in a singles match, when it based off the fact that he's with Charlotte Flair, Drew, CM Punk, LA Knight.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, his momentum went down a little bit, so I don't think they're ready to pull the trigger yet. Carmelo Hayes, I would say nay on the fact that he still got more. He got to grow more. Because remember, NXT is not like SmackDown or Raw. So the next best thing is Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso is the one that fans gravitate. Jimmy Uso is the one that has that story lineage when it comes to Roman Reigns outcasting him and shaming him because he didn't look at him in a certain way. And also Cody Rhodes gave him the opportunity to come back, but to Raw, and people have to, it's more of that building that trust. And I think Jimmy has built that trust. And he has that opportunity to prove to everybody that he is a champion or he can win the big one. So I'm going with Jimmy. I mean, not Jimmy, Jay Uso.
You going with Uso?
Man, you've really been stuck on Jimmy today.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do have to admit, Jay Uso is probably the safe choice, just because of how things have gone. Although, much like Kyle did for the women's match, I do want to keep Carmelo Hayes in the back pocket. I do want, like, if there is going to be an upset and if it is not going to be Jay, I want it to be Carmelo. I want Melo to really go ahead and be him again.
So we're Uso across the board.
Yeah, we're Uso across the board.
Oop, we lost to
And
Davion.
Davion is resetting up, I guess. But yeah, that is going to be our predictions for Money in the Bank this Saturday. Folks, again, if you are going to go ahead and to give us any predictions, go ahead and do it in the chat now or comment afterwards, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and X. Yeah, we got it on X too. So wherever you're finding us, give us your predictions now or later, just as long as it's in time before the actual match, which of course we will be taking predictions up until the actual start of the show, Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead, you have your time, think it out, let us know. That being said, while Day is going ahead and getting himself, I guess, reorganized, we do have to get into NXT Heatwave, which I know in the past we have said NXT was going to be iffy as to whether or not we considered it legitimate. I do believe now, after what we saw last month with NXT, after the Jordan Grace and everything else, I think we can start using NXT sparingly, but we can start using it. And Davion is back with us.
Yeah.
There we go.
My pick is Joe Hendry for everything.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Say his my pick for everything is Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I will always have that.
It is a having a Joe Hendry button is very useful.
Yes, it is. But okay, so we've got 20 minutes. I think we can get through this relatively easy. But I really want to go ahead and just say NXT wise, we're giving you the shot. Let's see if Heatwave can go ahead and
About darn time.
Damn. All right, calm down. there was the 2.0 days. Speaking of, the pre-show, which we do know that they have a pre-show match, is going to be what's her name, Carmen Petrovic, and the Queen of NXT, Ariana Grace, versus JC Jane and what's her face. I don't know, the one that tags along with JC. I don't even care about her. All I know is we got one side that's Canadian, one side that isn't, and this is taking place in Canada. So, as far as I know, hometown favorites are going to win.
Most likely.
Yeah,
Not somewhat.
somewhat. You don't think they're going to go ahead and give the pre-show win to the Canadian favorites? Because if memory serves, is there any other Canadians that are going to be performing on Heatwave?
No, you're right. But I really think JCJ and her partner will win.
I just love how we're all just saying her partner. We have no idea what her name is because we don't
Yeah.
care. But I mean, I do
But she
like
got
the whole-
that. But she got that nice
Yeah.
finisher though.
Yep.
She
Petrovic
does
and
have a
Grace
decent
versus
finisher.
Jane
I
and
care more
Nix.
about the finisher than her.
Let's see.
That might come back to bite me in the butt one day. I know. But still.
Petrovic.
As far as JC, obviously she did get the blessing from Cody Rhodes, getting the dashing Cody Rhodes mask and utilizing that.
True.
But yeah, I want to see the Canadians win, even though it's not really a storyline basis thing. And mind you, Ariana Grace, she is delightful. I do enjoy her comical presence. I liked it when she was with Gigi Dolan. Obviously, Gigi's out on injury, I believe, so that's why that pairing isn't happening at the moment, and you got Carmen instead. But I just really do like Grace. Like the whole beauty pet, it does harken back to like early day WWE when everyone had a gimmick. Beauty queen pageant winner. Yeah, no, I can't say it was really done. I like it.
All right. So which one you going with officially?
I'm going with the Canadian.
Okay.
And Davian, I believe, is going with the Canadians as well. Kyle, are you making it a three-way or no?
Hey, let's see. Well, I don't know.
Banner.
They got the mask. That one's really throwing me off on this one. It's like if she didn't have the dashing Cody mask, oh man.
Oh, so you think that might be used as an equalizer?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hmm.
So you know what? I will go against the Canadians with this one. I'm gonna go with Jane and Nix.
Wait, hold on. I didn't say Canadian. I said JC.
Oh, you're
Oh,
saying JC?
Yeah.
Oh, why? Ew.
Because of that finisher. By the girl we can't name.
Oh, what the hell with the finisher? My God.
It's
I guess that might be something, yeah, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I really don't want it to be. I really don't. But
the kick out of nowhere.
now you make me double think it.
Yeah.
No, the Pele. It's the Pele kick out of nowhere.
No, it's pre-show. It's in Canada. They're hometown girls. Give it to them. I'm sticking with it.
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Ass be damned. All right. So moving on to the next match. The ones officially on the card. We do have a tag team championship match. Nathan Frazier and Axiom defending against Chase U, which apparently is going to be Andre Chase and Duke. And of course, you're gonna have the rest of Chase U there in the background.
Yeah. Honestly, for some reason it's like I've been hearing rumblings that they're probably gonna be breaking Chase U up soon. So
Oh, Thea Hale just finally got back into her groove.
They might change their plans. Who knows? But I think Fraser and Axiom are going to retain.
I don't know. I mean, personally, I could see Chase U winning, if only because they have so many X factors on the outside, especially Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland has just proven himself to be the kind of guy that just does whatever he wants to. So I could easily see him just like getting interference on Frazier or Axiom. And mind you, I do like that Frazier and Axiom have been a competent tag team, but I also think that either one of them can go to singles matches and championships now and actually give the tag team up to a couple of people or a unit that does do tag team better.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think?
See, I'm like I said, I'm sticking with Fraser and Axiom. Are you going to go with Chase U?
I'm going Chase U. Jay, what are you picking?
What I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
I'm going Chase U, baby. Chase U.
No!
Okay. All right.
Because you got to put Rich Holland as the factor. You got to pretty much put everybody as a factor again. And don't get me wrong, they're a phenomenal tag team. Those two guys that's champion. But
Mhm.
the
Frazier
thing
and
about it is, yeah, Frazier and Axel. But the issue is, you got the odds stacked against you. And I'm not saying that you're not going to pull it off. What I'm saying is it's too much of an odds stack against you to the point where Chase you may reach win those belts.
Axel. True. All right. So yeah, that's going to be 2 Chase U and 1 for the champion. All right.
Okay.
Next match. We have the women's North American champion, the newly crowned Kaylani versus
Are you
Soul
okay there?
Ruka.
Are you okay there?
Davion?
Oh my God! I hold on, I gotta mute.
Oh, because of Kalani. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
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 they're not going to
no,
take the belt off of her
no,
quickly.
no,
Yeah.
no, not because of that.
Okay.
I will say both of them. It's like, oh my God,
We get
my
it.
soul, my
Yeah.
soul.
Well, they're not taking the belt off of Jordan just yet, so I'm going Kaylani.
No, no, my
Yeah, no,
soul.
this is like the easiest lock of the whole weekend. Like
No,
she
my
should have
soul.
got the belt.
You're going Soul?
Soruka, baby.
What?
All right. Davian's saying it's going to be a quick run for Jordan. So we got one for Jordan, one for Ruka. Ryan, be the tiebreaker.
Oh my God. I wonder about you sometimes.
And if I win,
Obviously, it's definitely Kalani. It's definitely, you don't put a brand new belt, fully established, to make someone the inaugural champion just for them to go ahead and lose it on the next people.
I'm telling you now, if Soruka wins, we got to put a bet in.
Well, the bet is your
Oh,
prediction.
you actually won money on this. You're that confident.
I have faith that Soruka will pull this off, bro.
I have
don't bet
faith
money.
that Sol Ruka will get injured again. But I mean, if you want to take it there, all right, fine. Gentlemen's bet, $5 Venmo.
Okay, fair.
All right. So now, if Jordan wins, you have to give both me and Kyle $5.
I ain't paying. I ain't involved in this. I ain't paying money. That's all you guys. I don't bet money.
I'm
When
not
I bet
betting
money, I
money.
lose.
This is not those
When,
gambling
when
sites
I
that you
bet
see on other
money, I
social networks.
lose. Period. When I bet money, I lose.
Okay, fine. Just
No,
between me and
we'll and we'll just do a dare. How about that?
I don't know. $5 is a lot easier to do than a
You guys
dare.
do. You guys bet money. You guys do your thing. But
No.
let me tell you a story about the Stream Punk Fantasy Football League. I dominated the entire. I was really good the entire season. Made it to the championship game. I was I think 15 points down going into Sunday with 3 players going, including a Josh Allen as a quarterback. That was the game where that was the injury game that got canceled. That's my luck. It takes a tragic injury. A tragic injury will happen. Something will happen that's just completely out of the blue that will cause me to lose. So I am not betting any money on this.
At least Tyler's there with you, but all right,
tragedy will occur just to prevent me from getting a win.
Okay.
When
So,
money is involved.
Between me and Day, we will have that handled. But as of guessing, predictions, it's 2 for Kalani Jordan, 1 for Saul Rupert. And I'm going to be $5 rich by the end of the weekend. All right. Next, the North American Championship on the male side. We got Obafemi defending against Wes Lee. The cardiac kid returning from injury sooner than some people have expected. And obviously has already proven that he can be in competition with probably part of that three-way dance at the last pay-per-view. But this is going to be a straight one-on-one, Femi versus Lee. I don't know who to pick because Femi has really been a good dominant champion. But you know what, Wes Lee, with everything he did to get that championship, for all the matches he went through to hold on to it, man is essentially the heart and soul of NXT. So
he is.
I'm torn. I really am. Kyle, what do you think?
Well, it's if they will they put it back on him immediately after he returns, or will they have him lose and then come back for it later? That's he's going to get it eventually. Is it going to be now or later? So, you know what? I'm just going to say he's getting it now.
Oh, you think it's going to transfer?
Wait, never mind. This is a last chance match. You're right. Yeah, if Femi wins, Lee can never challenge for the title as long as Femi is champion. So that's why I think that what's kind of funny is that they seem to be putting they have these in essentially back-to-back shows on NXT and the main roster. Some that's kind of funny. But so you know what? I'm going to say Wes Lee wins this one. While I think Rollins will lose his, I think Lee will win this one.
Yeah, only because I do believe that it makes more sense for someone of Lee's caliber to go ahead and get back the North American Championship because Lee is a much more versatile wrestler. He will be able to have matches with a lot of different people that maybe haven't had the shot yet, or if say Frazier and Axiom lose their tag titles, I would love to see individual matches from either one of them going up against Wes Lee. Whereas when you go up ahead and you put high flyers, which NXT does have an abundance of, against someone like Obafemi, it's going to be cut, paste, repeat. Little guy, fast. Big guy, strong. Slow, but strong. The outcome almost writes itself. At least with Lee, you have that unpredictability. So I want Lee to win the belt back. I want this to be like he has done so much for that championship. more so than even people that have held it before, whether it be Keith Lee, whether it be Adam Cole, whether it be I forget, did Johnny Gargano and Ciampa hold on to the North American, or only Gargano? I think it was only Gargano. But yeah, more so than even those guys who have held it. Lee, that is Lee's belt, without a doubt.
Okay.
Yes, Tyler, you can go with Lee. No one's going to tell you not to. Davion, what about you?
It's Lee's time. It's Lee's time. It's
Okay.
time for Lee to win that belt.
All right.
All right. So as of right now, everyone is on Team Lee. I like that. I like that. And by the way, nothing against Obafemi, but I would say if Obafemi loses the belt, gets a rematch, loses again, I would love to see Obafemi versus Trick Williams, because you got then two tall dudes like smacking it out. What's the
meat slapping meat?
Yeah, big beefy boys slapping
meat.
Yeah, there we go. That's the phrase. Okay, next up, we have the women's NXT Championship. The Prodigy, Roxanne Perez, defending against Lola Vice.
I need CPR. I need CPR.
Oh my god. They go take a shower after this, please.
No, I need shower. I'm gonna basically give you my answers right now. As much as I love Roxanne, I'm going with Lola Vice. Oh my God, my Colombian queen. She must win the women's title. Lola Vice for the title.
Oh God.
All right,
Kyle, what about you?
Well, let's see. I think Perez is gonna retain for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's like I haven't really been following the storyline as much as I probably should, but I don't see them putting the title on Vice just yet.
How dare you, child?
Clear?
Clear? Tyler, who's clear? Are you saying there's a clear winner? Or are you just saying that it's clear Davion is simping a little bit too hard?
Am I so white I'm clear?
Or option 3, sure.
Well, I need clear eyes.
Clear eyes.
Christ. All right.
100 contacts, but I have special eyes.
Okay, I am going to go Roxanne. Only because I feel like the way they're doing the storyline between her and Lola. Now, mind you, Lola was just successful against Shayna Baszler in that WWE Underground match. And then you had Roxanne Perez, who was successful against Jordan Grace of TNA, of all damn people. So, I mean, both of them have proven themselves in just the last show that they are competent and ready to be main event players.
Okay.
However, I will say Lola's was a little bit under scrutiny because there was definitely some interference. And I could say the same thing about Roxanne, too. So it's not like either of them really won clean. But I think the real issue is that Lola Vice has really been touting around her like MMA experience and, you know, how she was able to win that match and who she is with her upbringing and her, you know, hard hittingness. But Roxanne made the point just this week. You are in my area. We are not doing MMA. We are not doing Bellator. We're not doing this. We are a wrestling match. And I am the wrestling prodigy.
But does that really matter?
Is she a wrestling god?
Possibly.
But does it really matter? Does it really matter?
It does matter because you don't make a claim like that and then all of a sudden lose to the person who was just touting around that her last match, which was not even a wrestling match, was such a success. She needs to do it for just wrestling pride.
That's what they said about the TKO merge. Okay.
Does she have tackling fuel?
Well, I mean, there's definitely going to be crossover now because obviously, with MMA and UFC being involved, but I don't know if you necessarily need to have a MMA person being your female champion on NXT. I feel like Roxanne Perez, who has just been phenomenal throughout any run, whether she be a heel or otherwise, she is holding it up for the women's wrestling community.
Give it to Lola Vice. Stop. Stop.
Wrestling.
Give it to
No,
Lola.
no,
Give it to
not,
Lola.
nope,
Give
not
it to
happening.
Lola. Give
No,
it to Lola.
no, it's not going. No. So it's 2 for Roxanne, 1 for Lola. As Kyle goes ahead and puts that in.
I'm gonna go with Perez easily.
Yeah, I figured you were, but
I said it before. I'll say it again.
All right, and
So-
now we come to our main event, a fatal 4-way for the NXT Championship. We have Trick Williams, the current champion, defending against Sean Spears, defending against All Ego. What's his face? Adam Page? Yes, Adam Page. And the new young upstart of NXT, Javon Evans. Now, I get why Javon is in there because him and Trick, they were just tagging. They're pretty much boys. I don't know why you would go ahead and pair somebody with Trick Williams after all the Carmelo Hayes nonsense. Like, just let Trick be Trick. But
Trick beat Trick.
yeah, let Trick be tricking. All right.
Don't
But
be tricking.
as for Spears and Page, I could see either one of them take the belt off. I really could. I just don't know who. Do you guys have any opinions, or do you think Trick's going to retain?
Personally, I think Williams is going to retain. The only one who out of that group I think who will have an opportunity of taking it off him is Sean Spears, because it is perfect 10. They did bring him back. They could put the belt on him, but I don't see Trick Williams losing it just yet. As Davion said, we need an Oba Femi match against him, and I think with Femi, if Wesley pulls out the win, Femi is going to need to feud with someone, and if they have a rematch, sure, but then he'll be going after Trick Williams, I think. So I think Williams is going to hold on to it for a bit longer.
Okay. Day, do you have any opinions on any of the challengers, or do you also think Trick is going to retain?
These are phenomenal athletes. Don't get me wrong. That's going to get Trick Williams. But as Kyle said, I will personally say it's too soon for Trick Williams to lose that belt. Trick is a hot commodity. He's on a roll. Him losing it now will basically be a damper on NXT. So I would say it's too soon for Trick Williams to lose that belt. And you got 2 people from AEW and 1 upstart who is phenomenal. I could really see the upstart going for the North American title.
Perhaps.
And the 2 new people, the 2 AEW people have to get more established with NXT, or they could go straight to WWE based off of Cody Rhodes. But putting a belt on, but putting a belt like the NXT title on them is such a disservice. So I would say Trick Williams for the win.
Now, see, I don't know if it would necessarily be a disservice. I think after seeing how the guys have performed Adam's been outstanding ever since he came over. Even if he did come over by taking Trick out all of a sudden. And Spears has always been a little funny. I'm not sure if he's a heel. I'm not sure if he's a face. He's just a guy with a chair sometimes. The chairman, love it. Lord knows we need a chairman, even if it's not going to be, he who shall not be named. I mean, Javon, yeah, I do think he's just in as a place filler. I would like to see him go up against Wesley if Wesley wins the North American Championship. Again, high flyers can just do so much, and he's proven, even in just this short amount of time, whether it was Battle Royal, whether it was the tag match with Trick, Evans is capable, but obviously still green. And as for Trick, I do feel like it makes more sense to have him have the belt for now, only because I think there's still some unresolved issues, plot line wise, that need to be done with Trick Williams, especially with Trick and Lash Legend. I do want to see where that couple goes, and if anything resolves or anything completes. Obviously, as far as Paige is concerned, the metaphor is going to be a factor for him. And whether or not that resolves anytime soon, I don't know. But yeah, no, that Trick is the only one that really makes a lot of sense right now with the way NXT is going. Because I feel like Spears really needs to get into like a hot rivalry with somebody else first. Paige needs to handle out his stuff right now, and Javon needs to get a little bit more rope time, especially with some other people, because he's been attached to Trick at the hip for like the last month or so. And I'm sure a lot of young people would like that, but I want to see Trick be a solo person because that's what got him there. Too long he was attached to Carmelo, and it just was not effective. I want Trick to be a solo act, not someone with a side. So, yeah, I'm going Trick as well.
Okay. So, all for Trick Williams.
Yes.
All right.
Whoop that Trick.
C.
Which I can say that without any bias against my color. So,
C.
C. Yes. So that's going to be a 3-way for the 4-way.
Indeed.
And that is
Tyler.
it.
Tyler, definitely get us your full predictions when you can.
Oh, I have Tyler's predictions. I'll go ahead and send those over after the show.
Sounds great.
So we can go ahead and take care of that. But that is going to be it for this live edition of Jabronis United. We have gone ahead and done our predictions. Question is, what are yours? Go ahead in the comments, whether you're wherever you're watching this, whether it be Twitch, whether it be X, whether it be Instagram, whether it be any place you're finding us, YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff. Let us know your predictions. Get yourself involved. Join up with Jabronis United so that this way you can all be a part of it. For myself, the real deal Ronald Regan, for the sniper Kyle Krieger, for Davion Busey, who refuses to have a nickname. I will get one back on him.
The nameless Davion Busey.
Yeah, Davion. Busey, Bussy, but Busted. I don't know. I don't care. We're gonna get
nameless.
I want Davion to have a nickname. But
I got jokes.
Always. That's why you guys need me to apparently do the hosting. So that being said, we want you all to have a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Celebrate America, the greatest country in the world. Have your hot dogs, have your beers, watch some fireworks, and when you're done with the fireworks on the 4th, make sure you're watching the fireworks on Peacock for both of these premium live events. That being said, this has been Jabronis United. Stay humble.
Yay.
And yes, I will have jokes. I always have jokes.